You know, it's one thing to say that you've lived a life, but it's another thing to say that you've lived a full life. It was just announced that Jimmy Carter's wife, Rosalind Carter, has now joined him in end-of-life care, aka hospice care. And as I saw that announcement, it's sad when a life comes to an end or when people are nearing the end of their lives. But for them, Rosalind is 96 and former President Jimmy Carter is 99. They've lived full lives. And now they're spending their last days with each other. Now, it's interesting because Jimmy Carter, I remember him being placed in hospice care a while back, like this was some months ago. And I kind of forgot about it, and I was reminded when I saw that she was placed. I was like, wasn't he in hospice care as well? But I just wanted to point out how poetic that is. Now, Jimmy Carter and Rosalind are both known for being a former president and first lady, but they're also known for their humanitarian works and their activism and things that they did after the presidency. Because Jimmy Carter's presidency didn't go down as one of the best. He had stagflation, oil crisis, Iran hostage crisis, but he was able to rebuild his legacy, or build upon his legacy, and reframe the story for him and what he would be known for. And he was known as just a nice man. He was a nice man before the presidency, during, and after. And a man of faith, stuck to that faith, and just minded his business, did his humanitarian work, and went on about his life. Him and his wife have spent all these years together. And now they're spending their however many days they have left with each other. And I think that that's a story that many have not gotten and many may not get. But it's one that we could all strive for, or would strive to want to experience. Now, as I look around at all the craziness and horrendous atrocities taking place across the country, across the world, a story like this makes me take a pause. And you can say, this happens all the time. People die all the time. People enter hospice care all the time. But there's such a peace for me about this that just hit me. I can't really put my finger on it, but it just hit me. A peace. In the middle of all the chaos, they have nothing left to do. They have nothing left to accomplish. They have nothing. There's nothing left to do. But enjoy your time. Enjoy your life. Hopefully they've, got done with everything they wanted to accomplish, and they had a bucket list, crossed everything off, gotten right with the Lord, which I'm sure they have. But it just really hits me that there's just nothing left for them to do except enjoy themselves and enjoy family. And there's such an interesting just serenity about that. Leaving this earth, doing all that you can do, all that you set out to do, or at least a good majority of it. And that's something that's what we were meant to do. We're meant to live like that. And the shortness of life, it seems, is life is taken for granted. The cost of a life doesn't seem to be much. Now look at this conflict over in Israel and Palestine. And the average age of a citizen in Gaza is what, 15 or something like that, 15 to 20 years old. Their lives are very short and violent. And sometimes it may seem that that's not fair. But I try to put everything into perspective and just thank God for everything that I have and the life that I live. Because not everybody gets to, ride off into the sunset like that. Not everybody was born in a good place. But at the end of the day, trying to live the best life you can is something that is all that we can do at the end of the day. I try to live my life to the best of my ability. I try to live my life in a reflection of God to the best of my ability. And of course, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But that's a decision that I've had to come to make. And I think that everybody else should try to do that as well. Because I know at the end of the day, I want to ride off to the sunset too. But in order to do that, you have to stay strong. Now, things happen in life that we can't control, but we must try. And I think that's all that, sometimes that's all that we can do. And sometimes that's all that we were supposed to do. And doing that allows us to live the life that we were supposed to live. So that's all I had to say about this. I just found it curiously peaceful. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, when to do it, how to do it, wherever to do it, just do it. May God be with the family of the Carters, and y'all have a wonderful day.